You finally book the leave. 5 days. You've earned it, you tell yourself, clicking submit. And within about 10 seconds before your manager has even approved it, a second feeling shows up uninvited. Guilt. Not, I hope the weather's nice, excitement. Guilt. The kind that makes you add, I'll still check my email to the request, even though nobody asked you to. Let's sit with that for a second, because it's strange when you actually look at it. You didn't do anything wrong. You have the leave. It's in your contract. You earned every single day of it by working the other 360. And yet somehow, resting feels like something you need to apologize for in advance. So where does that come from? Start with what you actually picture when you imagine being out. Not relaxing. Your inbox quietly filling up without you. Your team scrambling to cover something you'd normally handle. Someone, somewhere, thinking must be nice under their breath while you're at the beach. None of these thoughts are about your vacation. They're about what happens to your value while you're not there proving it. And that's the real fear, isn't it? Not the leave itself. The quiet suspicion that if you disappear for 5 days and nothing breaks, maybe nothing needed you there in the first place. So what do you do with that fear? You manage it. You check Slack, just for a second, on day 2. You reply to one email, since it'll only take a minute. You set an out-of-office message, then immediately undercut it by giving your cell number anyway, just in case. You're not on leave. You're on a slightly slower version of work, wearing sunscreen. Here's the part that should make you angry, not guilty. Somewhere along the way, being reachable got quietly rebranded as being dedicated. And being unreachable, even for 5 contractually owed days, got rebranded as letting people down. Nobody wrote that rule in the employee handbook. Nobody had to. It got taught to you in 100 small moments. The manager who emailed at 9 p.m. and got a reply at 9:03. The coworker who bragged about answering calls from their honeymoon like it was a badge of honor instead of a warning sign. You watched, you learned, and now guilt shows up automatically the second you try to fully stop. But think about what taking leave actually protects. Not just you, your work. Nobody does their best thinking running on fumes for 11 months straight. Rest isn't the opposite of productivity. It's one of the only things that makes productivity sustainable in the first place. A system that quietly punishes people for using it isn't protecting output. It's slowly wearing it down, one skipped vacation at a time. So here's a different way to picture that out-of-office reply. Not as an apology, as a boundary that's allowed to exist without a justification attached to it. You don't need to explain why you're resting. You don't need to promise you'll still be checking in. The job will still be there in 5 days. It was there before you. It'll survive without you for a week. The only real question is whether you'll actually let yourself be gone while you're gone. So next time you book that leave, notice the guilt when it shows up. And instead of adding, I'll still check my email, try leaving it exactly where it landed. Unanswered. On purpose. Because rest you're still guilty about isn't rest. It's just work. Wearing sunscreen.